There we go. Great. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for coming this morning. We are extremely excited to be here to officially kick off the MCORE project. And for those of you who don't know what MCORE is, MCORE stands for Multimodal Corridor Enhancement Project. And this is part of a Tiger grant, a federal Tiger grant that the city was awarded last fall, thanks in part to the great work of our mass transit district to help bring this to the community. We were one of 2 communities in the state of Illinois selected for a Tiger grant. And what this is going to mean for the community is an absolutely transformative effect that starts right here at the corner of Wright and Green. We've got some folks today that are going to speak about what the project means for each of their communities and agencies. But I do want to take a minute to introduce some folks that have joined us. We have Jen White here on behalf of Congressman Davis. Alyssa Hudson from Chapin Rose's staff, Michelle Gonzalez from Senator Bennett's office, thank you. Heidi Liskey, Glenn Fulkerson from the Federal Highway Administration, David Spacek, Carlos Campos, John Morala from the Illinois Department of Transportation. We have from the City of Champaign, Mayor Don Gerard, Tom Bruno, City Manager Dorothy David. From the City of Urbana, Laurel Pressing. From the MTD, Managing Director Carl Gannat, Board Chair Linda Bauer, and Brad Deals, and Ronald Peters. So I want to thank those folks for coming out. We're going to start and walk through each of the agencies. We're going to start off with some remarks by Associate Chancellor Mike DeLorenzo.
Thank you, TJ. On behalf of the university, I'd like to thank everybody for being here and thank all of our partners on this MCORE project, City of Champaign, City of Urbana, MTD, Federal Highway Administration, and IDOT for helping us put this together. What this is going to do for the university is really change this area that we're located in right around here to more of a complete street project and really try to fix some of the multimodal problems that we have here where cars and pedestrians and buses all impact each other. Bus stops emptying out right into parking lots. And so this project is really going to improve that, make it safer for our students, and go all the way down towards the library and down to Armory. So we're very excited about this. It's something that all the partnerships have worked on very hard. We've worked with our legislators to get it, and it's an exciting project. The only downside to the project will be that it's going to impact this area. We usually try to do these projects in the summertime, and then there's no impact for the fall, but because of the size and the scope of the project and the way the monies are being spent, it's going to go on for longer than just this summer. So there'll be some negative impact to this area, but the long-term effect will be positive and really help connect the university with both downtowns of Champaign and Urbana as we try to enhance the complete street project. So thank you.
Next up, speaking on behalf of the City of Champaign, we have Mayor Don Gerard.
It's really exciting to be here. Typically, when we would have an event like this, some city staff member would put up some talking points for me and print them out very nicely, put them in my mailbox, email to them, and then typically, as with today, I will forget to bring them. So I'm just going to speak about what it means to me as being a citizen who's lived in Champaign since 1968, grew up, went to the University of Illinois. Back in the day, I worked on record service right here on campus, right between 6th and Green. I recall distinctly there were times when folks were out there with kayaks and rowboats as campus town flooded. The City of Champaign, in cooperation with a lot of other governmental agencies, have done some really fantastic things with stormwater maintenance. The private sector has done some extraordinarily bold things with development. This is not my campus town. When I have friends from around the country who either come back or see my pictures on Facebook, they're absolutely astonished at how this area has transformed. That being said, I'm extraordinarily proud to have been a part of the contingent that went to Washington, D.C., talked to our legislators, worked with Carl Ganache from the MTD and the other cities and entities to really truly convince them it was vital for us to get some of that federal money back into our state and certainly into our community. The state of Illinois is one of those payout states. We subsidize Indiana and Wisconsin. We pay to the federal government $1.05, 90 cents, or we pay $1 and we get back 90 cents. They pay $1, get back $1.10. So it's exciting when we have the opportunity to drag some of our federal dollars. Makes me feel better as a taxpayer. but even more so, it's just pretty. It's just nice. It is really amazing to think that we are a world-class university, we are a world-class micro-urban community, yet there are still parts of our town that are really the key corridors that have fallen into disrepair and just quite simply don't serve the multimodal, don't serve bikes and buses as they should and pedestrians. So I think on so many levels, I'm so excited to see this transform. I'm so excited to see this carry forth, and I think that it's going to be part of a game-changing plan that we'll be looking into the next generation, and it's one that's been a long time coming, and I'm very excited that we've gone from sort of a sleepy bedroom community that hosts a college to really, truly a substantial city that is growing and turning into some place that is not only a destination, but a place that people want to live and work and are very proud of. So from an aesthetic level, from a practical level, this is a wonderful thing, and I appreciate the hard work of everyone who was involved in making sure this happened. Senator Durbin, Congressman Davis, all of our elected officials at the state and federal level who pitched in and helped to make this happen. I'm very grateful for the City of Champaign, the City of Urbana, MTD, and other entities that are also have very prudently set aside some cash to make sure that when that federal grant came through, we have the funds to match and really make it a substantial project. So thank you all for coming out today, and please know that there's going to be a little bit of inconvenience, I'm sure, for a little while here, but it's all going to be worth it. We're looking forward to it. Thank you.
Next, we have the MTD Managing Director, Carl Gannett.
A community is like a tapestry, and a tapestry is a beautiful picture that's made up of a lot of different threads that are woven together. And our community, the threads that make up this community are the different modes of transportation, the different entities that partner together to bring services to residents, legislators. We're all different threads. By ourselves, we don't mean much, but when we come together, we create this beautiful picture. And this MCORE project is the poster child for what a successful tapestry or a successful community should be or can be. And we should all be very proud of this project, very excited for what the end result will be. And although there will be pain to get to that, as the mayor alluded to, there's going to be a lot of construction over the next 4 or 5 years. It's going to be well worth it, and there's a big bright light at the end of the tunnel that we'll all be looking forward to getting to. So I just want to thank everybody for their support and the work that all the partner agencies are putting into this, including FHWA and IDOT and QOTS. And so thank you for coming, and we're excited to share the bits and pieces of what the project will be with you. Thanks.
Finally, we have Urbana Mayor Laurel Pressing.
Well, this is a great project, and Urbana has moved some funds around so that we could support this. We appreciate all the work that was done by the MTD and by our congressional delegation. And I think people who live here sort of take it for granted, and we're not always aware that when you look at the rest of the country, we have a very unusual, a very high degree of cooperation between the governments, the local governments here, and we get things done cooperatively. So this is going to be a great project, make it safer for pedestrians and for bicyclists, and bring state-of-the-art to what is now an international community. So thank you all for being here, and we will live through the little suffering and we'll end up with a really great project. Thanks.
Just to add a little bit of context and a little bit of technical detail to the project, this is a $35 million project. It is matched in kind by the cities and by the agencies with the federal Tiger dollars. It's made up of 5 different projects, and those are going to start next year. The design is already well underway. A public meeting is coming up on May 5th. It will be here at the Illini Union, and we certainly want the public to come out and give input on all of these projects. But those projects, in short, starting next year, you'll start to see construction on Green Street from 4th Street all the way to Neal. We'll see a complete reconstruction similar to what we have right now in the core of Campus Town. At the same time, we'll see Green Street here in front of the Union from Wright down to Busey will be completely reconstructed. Following that, there'll be White Street, which is just a few blocks north of us here, but a major connection between especially downtown Champaign and Campus Town. The following year will be Wright and Armory Streets. We'll have a complete reconstruction there, and we'll end with the reconstruction of Green Street from Busey to Race. So those reconstructions will include all new roadways, all new sidewalks, all of the amenities, the bus stops, the shelters, the benches, the bike loops, everything you see will be touched by this project. And so we are excited about this. We do have many of the staff members who are working on the design here in the audience with us. Dave Clark, the city engineer for the city of Champaign, is serving as the lead on the project. And so if there are any questions, we certainly will be happy to answer them now. And if not, there are also folks available for interviews afterwards if you'd like to do it that way. Any questions? Okay, seeing none. Again, we'll make ourselves available just off the stage here if you do have some follow-up questions. And I want to thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate it. And we'll meet back here in 2019 to do a couple of big ribbon cuttings. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.